Hi folks, this is Saryam for CBNR. Today we will look into sensation as well as perception. We'll just do a introduction, if you will. Now, if you remember, all our physiotherapy methods, right? All our methods are mostly based on the idea that you give a stimulus and you get a response kind of thing. But there is a small difference between what we give as a stimulus or what we think of as a stimulus and getting a response and what actually happens in a biology, right? So I'm just going to give you a simple example. This is a lamp, and if I give a stimulus, that is, if I put the switch, it is on, then it's off, right? These are the two things it can do. It cannot go more or less, right? It's just a binary, right? Likewise, if you see another example, if you will, right? If I try to type in this, right? If I try to type in this, and if I put W, I can put how many times I click the button, I get the same response. The same response means the height of the W, the font, everything will be the same. If I have to change it, I have to sort of do something else to it to make it bigger or smaller, right? If I have to make these things smaller, I have to do something else to it. Otherwise, they don't. Every time I hit W, I get the same response, right? This is what a lot of people have assumed it to be in the biology also. That is, whatever stimulus you give, you get the same response. Say, for example, if you think of PNF, right? I'll tell you the simplest stimulus so that we all can remember it also. If they say that if you compress the joint, you get extension. It's based on the idea that they have seen people, or whenever they see any person who is standing, all the joints are compressed and they are in extension. So they thought that is what happens. But it is not like that. I'll give you a simple example. You stand up on a table like this and jump, right? When you jump, your joints are compressed, but you will not be in extension. You have to go into flexion. That jumping from an height is what we call as a context, right? So all sensations or all information which is going into your brain, right, or all chemical information or electrical information, they are not going as compression or this or that. They are all going as chemical or electrical information. And it goes and it changes, and it is perceived in our brain. What is this? What does it mean? Depending on the context, right? So as I told you, if you keep on touching W every time, you will get only W in case of a computer. But at the same time, you go and touch a girl who is sitting behind you or besides you or something like that, or a boy, and just try to do this on his neck or on his cheek like that. You will not get the same response. If he is your boyfriend or a girlfriend, she may say that, right? If she is your friend, she might punch you, or people might be irritated that you're touching their face with your filthy hands, right? Some people may immediately go like that, right? There are hundreds of responses you will get for touching your face like this. If it's a child, the child may be like happy. Sometimes if you are with a beard and with a crooked eyes, if I do this for a child, they start screaming at me, right? So all the stimulus is not the same. The perception is what is different between a sensation and a human person. Another simple idea is that if you're driving and you see a green light, right? And you're going, and when it is nearer, you get the orange or you get the red. Most of us may stop. If you're a young person, you will not stop, right? The same signal, the same stimulus, we will behave differently. We will not behave the same way, right? Likewise, any stimulus, you will get a different reaction. That's what we call it as perception. That is, the brain tries to understand what the hell is this stimulus means, right? So what is the lesson here is, if you are if you are scratching your patient like this, or giving a compression with a joint, or you are quick icing, all these things, you are in 1960, you don't understand the difference between sensation and perception, right? Only one time you will get the same response, that is for your with any hammer you check for your the tendon reflexes, right? Other than that, everywhere it will be a very, very different, right? That is the same thing they will tell you is, there is a difference between a nauseous stimulus and a pain. Those people only understood neurology after sleeping for eons, right? It is all over the same. The same signal, we will perceive it in different ways. That is, if I prick you with a pin, right? And if you are not aware of it, you may be going like this. If you are aware, you will be like strong. If your boyfriend or girlfriend is near you, you are trying to be more stronger, and you're like, okay, prick me. And if you want to, if you're a child, most of the time you scream, right? Because it is painful. But for us, we can all modulate that, right? So that's a simple difference between what we call as that sensation and perception. Hope you enjoyed it. I will in the next video we will look into more about simple things about neurology. Thank you for watching us. For more videos like this, click onto our subscribe button. Bye bye.